All right, guys.
I'm gonna set a timer just so we know how long it'll be.
About 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ChakraOutloud podcast. We are here acquainted with the one and only Malcolm Smiley as Number 69. Guys, say what's up, say what's up for welcome to
ChakraOutloud.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
We
All
are.
right, awesome. So we were supposed to be here at 11. I was here at 11.
I was
and
not.
And my wife got me stuck in Dunkin' Donuts, so I was pretty pissed off about that.
I just walked in like 5 minutes ago.
Boy, here, John just walked in. So we just got half an hour to kill.
Yeah.
And this first day podcast. So welcome to ChakraOutloud.
Hello.
My name is...
You're
I
gonna say you're a government
forgot.
name?
Yeah, no, yeah, I was gonna, hold up. Malibu Smiley, and we have John Bro right here.
Hey, what's up, man?
And on the computer and on the
boards?
Yeah, on the boards, we have Jay,
How we doing today?
Mixbox. It's my man. Hit him up. So it's gonna be a pretty exciting show, obviously, because I want to be as vulgar as possible, and I want to be transparent with everything we say. I want to speak about current events and things that's gonna happen in the shop. So there's a first podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome all. And stay tuned for the next few videos that we're going to do. They're going to be pretty exciting. We're going to have guests, obviously. Especially Rishi when he like pops onto this fucking door. You know, smelling like hibachi. But it's okay. We love you, Rishi.
Oh my god,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I woke up a little later today. Did not expect to wake up a little, but I have that raspy radio voice going on right now,
He's
so
like-
I'm not mad at
He's
it.
like, I woke up like this.
Literally threw the sweater on. Was like, all right, here we go. Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to start doing this with you guys. You know, the audience, stay with us through the kinks, and we got to work things out. But you know, as long as you guys are with us, we'll be here providing you some content every week.
Me and Smiley
Or every
definitely
other week, I
talking
don't
about this earlier. We just can't wait to see how this show progresses over time because we're just literally starting this now. We're learning it day
And
by day.
yeah.
It's gonna be
And this is one of the most important days right here because we're going to get to compare this to the success.
Right.
This is where we come from today. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to. I love that it looks shitty and I have a lawnmower over there.
Hell yeah.
And a broken TV. You know what I mean?
Start it from the bottom,
literally.
and we will get there.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I think what are we doing? This bi-weekly, every month, weekly? What are we doing again?
We're
I forgot.
definitely going to try weekly. Definitely the start of the year, we're pumping content out every single week.
for
We'll
sure.
have bits on the YouTube, we'll have bits on the Instagram, TikTok, everything. Like you will literally be seeing Chakra out loud everywhere on all socials. So definitely look forward to that.
For sure.
and we'll have a camera so you can see Jay's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, we're starting from the bottom now.
Yeah.
We're going to make our way up.
Yeah.
I definitely think we should start the show off by an amazing comeback yesterday from Malibu Smiley. The
Oh
guy
yeah.
sits here.
Yeah.
Clap it up for the boy. He's back. He's back. The champ is
Alright,
here.
let's see if I know the buttons just by color.
No.
Scary music.
There's a cheer in there somewhere. I gotta figure it out.
I do gotta say I feel awkward holding glizzy mics.
Glizzy Mike.
So if I could have this shit that ties them to your
Oh,
fucking,
the little thing.
you know what I mean?
Oh, the one that we do for the interviews?
Yeah, because I'm like, and I feel, you know what I mean? I'm talking low. It's not a good vibe. So,
All right, we'll get some
yeah.
stands or adjustments. Or
and
get
I
a
don't
little-
want to like this because I have to look up at it.
Alright, so we're gonna test mic for you. We're gonna test mic. We can do that.
Yeah, just put it aside. I don't even like say. Just leave it on the floor and I'll
Yeah.
yell at the table. All right.
Yeah, what's
So,
the
yeah.
first thing we wanted to do? I forgot.
Wait. So the comeback.
Oh yeah,
Comeback.
yours.
Yeah. So the comeback was awesome.
Wait,
You know
hold
what
on.
I mean?
Tell the people who don't know what happened to you first.
All right, so a few weeks ago, approximately like 3 weeks ago, I was cooking. Obviously, everybody's gonna ask me what the fuck happened. It's a very stupid like thing that happened while I was cooking. I was doing plantains, smashing them with a mug, which I normally do. The only difference is that I've been hitting the gym for like 2 months straight. So when I grabbed the
boy.
mug, it shattered on my hand, and a sharp piece just went through it. And as I pulled back from the reaction, it sliced me sideways. I was in complete shock, whatever. So they told me I couldn't tattoo for a month plus. So I'm like, nah, I need to get back, whatever. So 2 weeks later, they removed my stitches. And I knew I was going to come back 3 weeks later. And my first client that should have gotten tattooed first, which was yesterday, said that they don't want to be the first person to get tattooed by me because I lost my skills or some shit like that, which is very like ignorant and disrespectful because, you know, like I said, it's not like I got into a car accident.
Right.
It's just, it's a fucking thumb. I would have tattooed like an alien if I had to, or like the Ninja Turtles.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
Donatello. I would have worked it out. You know what I mean?
It would have been fine.
So yesterday I came back. One of my clients was like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. I'll take the session and I'm going to sit here while you tattoo me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a dope comeback, but I want a video to represent that. So Jay recorded me running down the fucking parking lot like a maniac, which is totally hilarious when now I look at the video.
Let's keep in mind that the belt that Smiley brought in yesterday, like, it wasn't like a plastic belt that you get at Walmart.
It was a nice one.
Like,
Yeah,
it was like a 20-pound, like, full-on.
So Jay thought it was one of those
dollar store belts.
Yeah, the dollar store, the light one, the plastic, and so did my client Joseph. Shout out to Joseph because he let us do this. It was freaking awesome. The video was great. Yeah, so he didn't know it was the real belt. So when I come and bull rush him and I hit him with the belt on the fucking chest, he was like, oh. Yeah, so he didn't expect the kick and I kicked the shit out of his ribs. It's like, should have told me you were going to kick me. I'm like, dude, I clotheslined you. So,
Chakra Tattoos, come for the tattoos.
Yeah.
Stay to get the shit beat out of you.
Yeah, so yesterday was a comeback. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was really
and
cool.
I did a sick tattoo that I'm going to post today.
Yeah.
And yeah, suck it to you.
Yeah.
So
I guess we didn't even establish what's today's date? November 28th, 27th.
the 27th. Let's
27th?
remember this.
Yeah.
The 7 is a heavenly number.
There you go. All right.
You know what I mean?
Sounds good to me. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome back. I'm proud to see you back. I'm happy that you're back. It was quiet without you at the shop. So yeah, I'm good to see you.
Wait. I was supposed to go like this. It's like I'm jerking off. Just on the sides.
God. Holy
All right.
shit.
It's just fucking glizzy mics. I can't.
Lizzie Mikes.
Yeah. All right. So for the next few episodes, obviously we're gonna speak about current events, and I want our guests that are getting tattooed to come here and
Sit down with us?
yeah, and express
Right.
themselves. Because a lot of people get tattooed not because it's a fad, not because it's something that's trending. A lot of people are going through shit. Like generally, a lot of people have from lost a child, been trafficked, been treated bad, something happened to the parents, and they want to represent that in the best way possible. And tattoos is a form of expression for the soul. And then you have the people that also love tattoos as a statement, right? And then you have the people that consider tattoos as jewelry for your skin, which it is. So we have 3 different types of categories. Tattoos are very important. So yeah, I want to have these guests here so they could express themselves, and let you know more about them and why they decided to get these tattoos.
Right. I'm excited to get a different perspective from different clients, depending on why they came in and who they're getting this tattoo for, or why they're getting the tattoo. Like you said, people get tattooed for a bunch of different reasons. I'm personally a collector. I like art, so and I don't really like paintings, but I like tattoos. So
Yeah.
that's a big reason why I collect the tattoos that I have. I have it all over, from the waist down. I have a piece by you. I have a piece by pretty much everybody. Yeah, I have everybody in the shop. So I really think it's gonna be cool seeing everybody's different perspective on why they get tattooed.
Yeah.
What I think would be really dope and exciting is sometimes when you're listening to people in the shop and they're telling a story, like especially now that we have the pod, be like, yo, hold up, like before you finish that, like we have the podcast next door. Maybe after this appointment, maybe a little bit before on a Saturday if you want.
Right.
Come in and share that story with us. Chakra Out Loud, like let the people hear why you want
Yeah.
these tattoos,
Right.
why you're getting them, how they help
sure.
you heal.
You know what I think would be cool? If I'm going to get a camera for every artist, and I want the video to be running while they're getting tattooed, so then when we have the client here at the moment or the guest, and they're speaking about a certain point in either in the tattoo or whatever,
You
we
could,
could
bring
put
it
the
up.
clip
Yeah.
of them while they're still talking. You know what I mean?
Right.
It gives the people like that sense of that they're there with the
For sure.
and what they're speaking about. So
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
yeah, we're definitely gonna speak about artist experiences
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that because I've had
Numerous
numerous
experiences.
A lot of fucking shit happened to me in my career. I've been doing it for 14 years.
I was gonna ask.
And I've seen a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew I was in the right industry because my first tattoo, I used to work in Christopher Street in downtown Manhattan. Now, I didn't know the type of people that were there. You know what I'm saying? There was just like, go over there. It's a lot of shop. I worked in Christopher Street my first time. Tattoo heaven. Little tiny shop. Only consists of 2 artists at a time. They sell hookahs in the front. And, the Habibi shop. Just straight. You know what I'm saying? So my first tattoo. Mind you, I was there for like 6 hours. I didn't get nobody in. So right when we were about to close, these 2 women come in and they want to get tattooed. So I'm like, all right, what do you want to get tattooed? The owner signed them up at the front. Nick, he's like this Arabic guy. He signs them up, whatever. He tells me what they want. I start designing, and I meet them in the back. So one girl wanted a goldfish in her fucking vagina.
In her vagina?
Yeah, that was my first tattoo.
In her vagina.
Not in,
like
on.
In it?
Ooh, that would have hurt.
That would hurt?
Yeah, so, I was in the back. It was uncomfortable because I was like, all right, how is this my first tattoo? I wanted a wrist at least.
You're like,
you know what I mean?
Of course it's got to be this.
So I put this little goldfish by like her fucking dude. And you know what I mean? I'm there. She's like fucking like, in that pose when you're about to have a baby and shit. So I'm in between this fucking, this snatch.
You're spreading
Yeah,
them.
and her girlfriend, it's like they were drunk, hammered.
Oh,
and
damn.
yeah, so I'm there tattooing her and shit. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I'm thinking in my head, this is the perfect fucking industry. I left Merrill Lynch because I used to be in IT for Merrill Lynch. And I left that fucking job to come and tattoo. This is going to be great. This is going to be the best day, the best career ever, bro. So I'm there sitting down tattooing this lady, and they were really hammered. Now, the owner was a pervert. So he had shades, and he would come and peek to see what I was doing, but it was because he wanted to see, what I was doing.
Right.
Yeah, so while she's there, and, she started getting a little bit of pain, whatever. Of course. Her girlfriend was trying to, like, console her, make her feel better.
Just rubbing her shoulders.
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
grabbing her hand and whatever. Mind you, they're drunk. I wasn't supposed to take on this tattoo, but the owner was like, it was my first day, and the owner was like, no, I already signed the contract. You're doing this, right?
Right.
So as an experienced artist, I wouldn't tattoo somebody that's drunk.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So these chicks are like hammered, right? So her girlfriend starts like kissing her on the cheek, whatever, and then they start kissing her on the lips. And I'm like this, and I'm like this, and I'm looking up. I'm like, and I'm looking up, like, what's going on? It's a porn scene. You know what I mean? So
like, I just want to do the work.
Dude,
I just want to do the work.
And they start tongue kissing because her girlfriend's like, I guess in pain. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I'm tattooing her, and then she starts rubbing on her, and then she fucking starts rubbing on her titty, and then she pulls out a titty.
Oh my God.
I'm there like, oh my God.
This is your first tattoo. You're like, this is what I signed up for.
This tattoo should have taken me no less than 10 minutes. I was there for almost an hour.
Like, imagine that being the first day on the job and going home telling the wife that, like, oh, honey, how was work, honey? How was work?
How was your first day?
Wait, but when I did go home,
right.
And she was like, my ex, she was like, so how was your day? I was there. It was pretty exciting. It
was eventful. It was a very eventful day.
I did a pretty cool tattoo today. Yeah, luckily she didn't ask where, whatever.
Right,
I was like, I did a pretty cool goldfish.
Right.
It was pretty awesome.
Damn, that's
and I couldn't
crazy.
wait to go back to work the next day. You know
VFX
what I mean?
after that.
The next day I didn't tattoo, and then as much as ass and titties and all this that I got to see and tattoo, there was as many fucking dicks and all this shit.
Of course.
So it was my first experience in New York. And it was near like Gay Street, so you know what I mean. So I was there, so it was like diverse. It was just like everything going on.
Right.
So that opened me up to the whole entire industry. And I'm like,
was starting in New York City, I guess for like, was it hard because there was so many shops in the city? You think
it's very saturated with tattoo shops in the city, but there are more opportunities. But then you become like a shop whore where you're just jumping from shop to shop. You know what I mean? My purpose. Look, I'm very dedicated to what I do. So when I went to Tattoo Heaven, I stood there and I was like, I'm gonna make it work and whatever. Right. So while I was in the shop, I wasn't there to work as an artist. I wanted to see how the business was ran, and I wanted to see what the owner was missing. So then when I own my own business, I won't do those things.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wasn't looking for the good thing that he was doing because that's not what I'm gonna do in the future. Right. Obviously, I'm gonna change the wrong things that he's doing. Right. So I stood there and he opened up a second shop, Tattoo Hell, across. All the artists migrated over there. I stood here still. Right. You know what I mean? And I just felt like it was being a little sketchy going. There was a lot of sketchiness going on. Right. So I decided to leave. Not only that, but I wanted to increase my speed in tattooing. And what I heard was when you go to 6th Avenue, there's like a whole entire fucking block full of tattoo shops. It's right next to Papaya, and then you have like Fantasy, which is like
you brought me over there.
Yeah, it was like an erotic sex store.
Yeah.
And in the back they had a tattoo shop, and it was Kingdom, and it was fucking Village. There was so many fucking tattoo shops right next to each other. Yeah. So the competition was insane. So there was like, if you want to increase your speed and you really want to compete, go to fucking 6th Avenue. which is exactly what I did.
Right.
Fucking Rishi.
Sorry about that.
We'll look over here.
Sneak peek.
Rishi. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh my God.
How long were you in the city for?
For a long time, dude. For a long time. Not only just in Manhattan, but like jumped from Staten Island to like Rhode Island to Jersey City.
You ever hit up the Coney Island?
No,
Bing bong.
I worked near there
Bing
though.
bong.
Bing bong. You heard? Yeah. So yeah, I went to 6th Avenue, and now when you go to 6th Avenue, it's all the artists are mostly Mexicans, and these motherfuckers tattoo fast and tattoo clean. So when I was sitting there trying to perfect one tattoo, they used to bang out 5-6 tattoos in their whole shift and go home with like $2,000-$3,000. I used to go home with like $500.
Damn.
So then I'm like, damn. The next day I did the same thing. I'm like, damn, they're making tons of money and I'm not. So I had to increase my speed. So I started like speeding up my process. And in one day I started tattooing 5 to 6 people.
Right.
You know what I mean? I used to start at 5 p.m. and I used to leave at 5 a.m. in the morning every day working, dude. So.
Wow. Yeah, you know, it's funny because we talk about it all the time because you've been through, you're going to go through 5 apprentices at this point with the 3 girls that we have, but you have Ace and Lee. And we always talk about how different it is apprenticing when you started compared to when you apprentice now in 2021. I feel like no matter what shop you're in, regardless if it's ours or if it's like just any shop in general, it's in my eyes way easier as an apprentice because everything was paved in front of you. I'm not saying that it's not an easy process, but it's easier because I mean you literally had to jump. I remember you telling me a story about you were doing a tattoo and you were working in the city and you couldn't finish the tattoo because you didn't have needles. So you ran down Canal Street like miles to another place to get needles, and then you ran back and it took you like an hour.
Yeah, I took the 2 trains to get to Canal Street, to go to Unimax, to go pick up 1 box of needles, to then run back so I can make that money.
Right.
And then what happened was in the city, when you used to work in 6th Avenue, was every artist had needles. So if I wanted one of their needles, they wouldn't charge me Unimax prices for 1 needle, or they won't give it to me for free. They would charge me $200
of course, yeah,
for 1
some
needle. Because
shit.
they're like, you want to do the tattoo? You're going to make money off of this?
Yeah.
You give me $200 for this needle. And I was like, man, fuck you. I'd rather just
Yeah.
fucking go to Canal Street,
I'll do
get
it
my
myself.
box of needles, you know what I mean?
Spend the what $15 on the subway and then $200 on a 1
but
needle.
I had it very, I can't say too difficult because I don't know what the previous generation went through.
Of course.
But I know my level of difficulty is not like how the apprentice have it now.
No,
Like,
definitely not.
hands down, like I went through a lot of shit. Like, for example, ways that I learned. I was doing a piece and I'm shading a certain type of way. One of the artists literally got up. He pushed me to the side, like pushed me while I'm tattooing. He grabbed the glove and he took the ink and he was like, this is how you fucking shade. This is how you shade, like this. And it was so embarrassing because my client was there. My client was looking at me and I was looking at her. And she was looking at me. I was looking at her.
You're like,
and I'm looking at him and I'm looking at her. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then she's looking at me like, oh, you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I got it.
I thought I did. You know what I mean? And the embarrassment and that experience of that shock of what happened, I never forgot how to shade from that fucking point. But I don't do that to the apprentice. I take them on the side and I'm like, look, you could have done this better. But now I feel like they could listen just a little bit more.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because I do suggest a lot of things, and not because I think I know everything.
Right.
I just know 14 years worth of tattooing.
Right.
That's all I know.
Trying to speed up. I mean, you're trying to speed up their process.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
If you can give all of them the knowledge that you already know in your 14
and I could
years.
compress that shit in 2 years, dude.
Yeah,
right.
If I could get you to where I'm at now in 2 years.
Perfect example. I mean, he's been an artist all his life, but Ace, like, he's only been tattooing not even 2 years. And
Yeah.
you see what he's doing now, and even after like some of his pieces, I'm like, yo, like, how'd you do that? How'd you learn that? He's like, yo, Smiley taught me this in like just a couple months. And
Yeah.
Like, what he's doing?
Yeah,
now, bro?
dude.
He's doing insane pieces.
If people listen, they will learn a lot from you.
Yeah,
They have
it
to
definitely
listen.
worked. And I'm not trying to be one of those mentors that listen, because I seen some fucked up mentors. Like I seen apprentices like come and go in one shop, 6 in a year, and the owners just use them just to clean the shop and makes it difficult. When he doesn't want them no more, he make it really difficult for them, and then they leave, and then he'll get a new one in to clean the shop for free.
It's like,
I was like,
it's like, what's it called? It's like internships, like people unpaid internships, like people use their shit and then they leave. They file this cabinet, and then when I'm done with it, I don't really need you
I
anymore.
knew another apprentice I was paying $600 a month for 4 years. He was an apprentice for 4 years. Like, so I saw everything that I went through was an experience for me to better the tattoo industry.
Right.
I wasn't trying to be consumed by the negativity because it's very saturated with like heavy metal and fucking darkness and shit.
Right.
So when you go to conventions, all you see is fucking skulls and black and fucking bleeding dagger tattoo shop
Yeah.
name. And it's like, why? Where's the positive aspect of this? Because when did art become fucking negative?
Right.
Like when? You know what I'm saying? Why does everything consist of skulls and dragons and fucking hell and all this shit? So my wife and I trying to come to the industry to change it from the inside out.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want to make a change. So the way we treat our apprentice is with a lot of respect. And we understand that these are people that are trying to learn a skill that's going to better their life. So we treat them as such. You know what I'm saying?
I could definitely see how you're changing the industry looking from the outside in. I'm only 19 years old, so I really don't know too much about tattoos. I literally came here, got mine, talked about getting the job, and I got it. So listening to Lee, Ali, and Jess like about looking for an apprenticeship at a different shop and how nasty and vulgar some of the other places could be, and how hard
especially
it
if
is.
you're a chick.
Exactly.
Dude.
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
bad.
Especially if you're a girl looking for an apprenticeship. Here, it's such like a family-oriented shop. Like the vibes are so good. Chakra is literally like a healing place, not just through tattoos, but for everyone
facts.
here itself.
for real.
Because you come in and it can literally just like change your day like that. So I definitely see how they're changing the industry in that sense, especially because all the stories that I've just heard, like all the horror stories.
Yeah, definitely, dude. And it's also from past experience and trauma and my wife and all that shit. Be like, you know what? We want to create a place that makes people feel good.
Right.
You know? And this is what Chakra is all about. So we're trying to change the industry for the positive aspect of it. So we're going to do piercings. So the room that we're in right now is the temporary podcast room, but we're going to switch over to the main room. When we build it out, right now there's gonna be the piercing section, just apprenticing under
Speaking about apprenticing,
Ink Therapy.
Ink Therapy in Jamesburg is
in
where my apprenticeship
Jamesburg.
is.
Hit them up; they're awesome as well.
They're awesome.
John is an apprentice there as a piercer, which is fucking dope because we're gonna have him here and he's gonna be piercing me. So you know
You said you were gonna go in the other day. I thought
yeah, and I wanted to go Monday, but he said
I took off on Monday.
you took off on Monday, so we're gonna do the following Monday.
First day of Hanukkah.
Yeah. So
I think
when?
On Monday.
On Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm not Jewish.
I was gonna get my kufi. What do you call that little thing?
The yarmulke.
The yarmulke. Yeah.
Oh, God.
That little plate.
Oh my God.
All right,
I think this is a good episode. You know, touched on a lot of the early starts for Smiley apprenticing in general. So definitely say like a lot of early tattooing was definitely talked about in today's episode. We got about another 5 minutes. I know you said you wanted to maybe touch on the Young Dolph thing, maybe like a current event or two.
Yeah, let's go to the current events.
Yeah, do we want to
I
hit anything out before we head out tonight?
Yeah. It's just a fucked up situation, man. Like I definitely come from the hood, and people that I grew up with got fucking killed that I know personally. So, yo, fucking Rishi, yo. I'm telling you, we have like a sitcom character that just pops in.
It'd be like
when
Kramer.
we're busy and shit.
The Kramer from Seinfeld.
Yeah, like
Go through the diner and be like, "Yo, what's up, man?"
trying to give us shish kebab. Like, my man, let us work, yo. Come on. All right.
Anyway,
So it's a really fucked up situation, man. I grew up in the hood, so I seen a lot of people that I grew up with like literally get shot and killed. And the Young Dolph situation, you know, it's very difficult subject to touch on because whatever you were preaching, you know, you kind of bring into your world. You know what I'm saying? Personally, if I was to grow up in the hood and become like a famous person, I wouldn't go back to the hood where I'm from. It's just different levels to this. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate for his family. RIP to him, obviously. And it sucks more for his kids, man. I'm thinking more about the kids than him because he's a man. Like, whatever he projected in his music and whoever he wanted to call out, they're real niggas out there, bro. Like, they'll put you in your shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just be talking the talk and then walk around like it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
dude.
it sucks.
And it's just an unfortunate event. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, RP to him, and my condolences to the family. You know what I'm saying? To the child, man. But I gotta stop this bullshit, yo. I'm not trying to preach and sound like this fucking Mother Teresa type of guy that I'm like, yo, can we all get along? I'm like, no, my man, just chill the fuck out, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to fucking like me, whatever. Don't shoot me, but don't fucking, you know what I mean? How about the genuine just this?
Yeah, right. What happened to middle fingers?
Remember the two guys?
Right, just like this, and they're just staring at each other?
Yeah. How about that, all right? So.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. I mean, we've seen a lot of violence this past year, and I think I really can't speak much on it because I'm not part of that world, but it sucks to see so frequently happen
Yeah.
across the board everywhere. You're not just in the hoods, but just everywhere in general. It's really got to stop. I really don't know what else to say about it other than something's got to give up.
Yeah. So next, we're gonna speak about what was the next thing we were
The
gonna talk
robbery
about.
at the store.
Yeah.
that
So
one?
in Cali, man, in Los Angeles, two couples.
I don't know about this, so you got to talk. I don't
It's
know.
all over social media. Two couples were having fucking dinner at a restaurant. In the restaurant, two fucking thugs just ran up in there and like with a pistol and robbed them while they were eating in front of everybody and took their wallets, took their purse and everything they had.
Damn.
So anybody in LA right now, watch out because the goons are real out there.
They're out
They're
speaking
built
of
different.
Cali, you guys saw the mall break-in the other day?
Oh,
Like, they
yeah, I
come
did
out the
see
jewelry
that
store?
one, yeah.
Cali's on fire.
Yo, they've ripped through
They've
that,
been crazy
bro.
lately.
That is fucked up. Like, how do you...
I don't know, man.
Listen, man. So, you know what I mean? So, when you do negative shit like that and then you get arrested or you
Right.
get shot or whatever, I don't feel bad for you, man.
Right.
I don't want to see your mom on the news talk about he was the straightest student and
Yeah.
he was the leader of...
And then
no,
2
he
weeks
wasn't.
before, he
Shut
robbed
up.
the bank.
Shut up, mom. Your
Yeah.
son was a scumbag. He
Posting
robbed the
free
place.
my boy.
Yeah, free my boy that steals everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he
it's
stole
weird.
your girl. Take off that shirt, bro. You know what I'm saying? So-
Yeah, I don't claim to have all the answers. I just know that's not the right way to go, man. There's so many options in the world now. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, there's literally so many options to make money. Like
Yeah.
that's it. If money's the issue anywhere, there's so many options.
And you stole something for what? For clout? Just
Yeah.
so you could wear it on social media and say you got a pair of something that somebody's gonna forget the next day
Right.
because you need a new photo.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
For real.
You know what I mean? You
Don't
were
do
like,
dumb shit. That's
don't
the
do
more-
it.
Don't do
Yeah,
shit.
we should have like don't do dumb shit. Fucking
Don't do dumb shit.
don't do dumb. Things. Yeah. Next, because I had a few people saying, "Hey, have you seen the Rain House
Oh, yeah, that
court
guy.
shit going on?" I'm all for freeing the kid because in his same position that he was in with a rifle and he was being attacked, I would definitely blast a whole bunch of you motherfuckers. It's just what it is. If I have my gun license and you're come at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. So, but that's not what I'm trying to talk about. I'm trying to talk about why did it have a whole bunch of cameras in his court case, but not on the Ghislaine Maxwell.
Right. That was really weird.
Then we get a little sketch. So then Ace got fact checked, which he has never got fact checked.
On
I'm
Instagram?
like, I'm known for that. So Ace posted that same thing. He was like, how come Rittenhouse case was televised, but Ghislaine Maxwell case was just a sketch? And they fact checked them. They blocked it, and all they said was,
Like he violated the.
no, not violated. What it said at the bottom was that the federal court case didn't have enough recorders,
What?
enough cameramen
That's crazy.
to record the court case. I'm like, this is a child trafficking pedophile
Yeah,
type
what are you
of thing.
talking about?
And you're talking about that. You know why? Because obviously it's either not happening or they're just talking some bullshit. Like when they have a picture, I went through fucking ShopRite this past week, and you see the magazines, how they have all
Right.
the paparazzi shit. They have Ghislaine Maxwell like looking all jacked up and whatever, and like bland with no makeup, with like in handcuffs. When you zoom out of that, it's a stage.
Right.
They have to sell you a story, right? She's not beat up. This bitch is well connected, bro, to like billionaires and shit like that. You think she's gonna have no fucking makeup?
The whole situation from start to finish is sketchy to begin with.
It is sketchy, bro.
And so it's crazy that this is still going on. People are like, nah, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh yeah, they didn't have recorders. I'll just keep that as
bro,
the
they
truth.
shadow banned me for 90 days, and it affected my paper.
You have your beeper on for next door, by the way?
Yeah.
I gotta go to check in client, so I gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go do that.
Yeah. So, oh shit. So,
about to-
No, but you can keep talking. I just gotta go check her in.
Yeah,
Your
hold
wife is
on,
gonna
so
kill
what
me
do
in
you
a
working
on
second.
huh?
What are you working on today? Second day back.
I'm working on an hourglass on the thigh.
Yeah.
It's a big piece. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna finish it today,
It's a very large piece.
and obviously because of my hand.
I have faith in you.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to the next show and all that. Like I said, stay tuned.
Yeah.
I
I think we're gonna have to do an hour. We're gonna have to do an hour.
Yeah.
Half hour is not enough.
because it's not enough.
We
Today
talk too much. So
today-
between me and you, it's gonna be.
Yeah, and especially since this is the first episode and it's like getting off the pregame jitters.
Yeah,
like
for
definitely
sure.
coming into the next episode would be like more.
Yeah,
like,
it's
alright,
gonna
ready to
be
go.
so. Stay tuned. Look, we're all looking forward to the next video and the next podcast.
If you see this
drop.
on our YouTube or Instagram or comment on it. Be like, hey, can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? Ask us questions about piercings and tattoos and the industry and whatever this guy's got in his mind.
And yeah, and definitely hit the subscribe button. Definitely
always.
hit up the likes so the algorithm can know that we're there. And okay, guys, so we're late.
I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. Bye.
Guys, thank you so much for watching Chakra Out Loud. We'll see you guys next Saturday.
Bye.